You have about $3 million, right? Yes. We are already building a very luxurious house for ourselves. I already planned the kitchen of my dreams, says my mother-in-law with a dreamy smile. I already quit my job. I am going to start a business with Elena's inheritance, says my husband, too excited. Wait a minute. Elena still has not received any inheritance yet. You are already quitting your job and building things. What is going on? Do not fool ourselves. It is obvious that you already have the money. What if we take a trip before getting into the house thing? Hawaii. Maybe, adds my father-in-law, confusing everything even more. What are you thinking? Do you want to spend the money I received from my mom on whatever you want? I am furious, but I do not know what to do. A few months earlier. Let me tell you from the beginning. My name is Elena Vargas. I am 38 years old and I am a high school teacher. I have been married to Diego for 12 years. He is 2 years older and works in an office. Shortly after we got married, our daughter Camila was born, and since then my life has been a whirlwind between work and raising her. Today we are going to visit my mom at the hospital. Hello, Grandma. I have been waiting for a while. Oh, Camila, come here, my love, says my mom, caressing her hair with tenderness. She looks thinner and her face no longer has the same shine. There is a man in a suit next to her bed. He nods when he sees me and then leaves. Mom, who was that man? Just someone I know. Do not worry. How are you, Elena? And Diego? Her eyes shine softly as she smiles. She met my dad when he worked in international trade and moved to the United States to marry him. Raising a daughter in another country must not have been easy, but they did it together. My mom taught me a lot. Thanks to that, today I am a teacher. I will always be grateful for the education they gave me. My dad passed away a few years ago, and since then my mom has been alone, struggling with her illness and going in and out of the hospital. She left the business to a relative and now spends her days quietly in the hospital. I am fine, Mom. Do you need anything? Just having you and Camila here is more than enough. After chatting for a while, Camila and I returned home. She told her grandmother about school and the books she has read. She is 10 years old. A complicated age, but we get along very well. She is an intelligent and honest girl. We are home. Welcome. How is my mother-in-law? Asks Diego, as always. And your seminar? Lately, Diego has been attending seminars about leaving his job and starting a business. It seems he wants to make more money, but his job is not bad, and with my salary we live well. I do not like his obsession with money. Surely he inherited it from his parents. They have always been very stingy. Every time they see us they ask for money. They do not even buy Christmas gifts for Camila. Luckily they live far away. As long as I have my mom, Diego, Camila and our simple life, I am happy. But one day I received a call from the hospital. My mom's condition had worsened. She was in critical condition. When we arrived, she was barely alive. Mom, Elena, I always wanted you to be happy. Take care of Camila, she is everything. I love you. Those were her last words. Seeing her face in the coffin, I could only cry. Camila cried by my side. Sometime later an envelope arrived from a law firm. Inside there was a document. Your mother left you all her inheritance. Elena had never talked about inheritances with her mom, so this took her by surprise. She decided to go alone to the firm. Hello, I am Sebastian, the lawyer, said the man with glasses. The same one from the hospital. You were there? Yes, your mom entrusted me with something. How much? 500 million. Elena was shocked. When your dad died, you let your mom keep everything. Now with what she had and what she left you after taxes. That is the amount. It is too much. It is the love of your mother. I am here to help you. Thank you very much. With the passing of time, as the 49th day of her mom's passing approached, Diego started mentioning the inheritance more and more often. Although he stopped when she asked, he always brought up the topic again later. And then there were her in-laws. At the memorial they said, Elena, if you need help with the inheritance, we know about that. She could only respond vaguely. 3 months later, Diego finally asked directly, have you received the inheritance yet? No, the process is complicated, lied Elena. The next day the doorbell rang. And she opened. It was her in-laws along with Diego. Why are you here? It does not matter, said Mateo taking a beer. We came to celebrate. You inherited more than 300 million. We even already started building a duplex house for everyone with the kitchen of your dreams. Look, Elena, you should be happy, said my mother-in-law with a dreamy tone. We are planning to build a duplex house. We already put half of our savings and some of the money that Mom and Dad saved. The loan is in my name, but you can pay it with your inheritance. It is a way to thank you. What? I already quit my job. I am going to start a business with your inheritance, announced Diego, too happy. Wait, what is going on? I have not even received the inheritance yet. And why are you quitting your job and talking about a duplex house? Do not pretend, he said. It is obvious that you already have the money. What if we take a trip before the house? Hawaii. Maybe everything was chaos. Diego and my mother-in-law seemed to be in agreement with Sebastian. Diego let out a mocking laugh. You were quite stingy, Elena. We investigated because you kept saying that you had not received anything. If you do not do the paperwork in 3 months, you can no longer reject the inheritance. So no matter what you say, you already inherited, right? With what your dad had. Surely it is more than 300 million. We are going to live very well thanks to that. Thank you, Mom. Make sure to set aside money for the house and my capital. Hearing Diego talk like that left me dizzy. What kind of people are these? Do they want to use the money my mom left me as if it were theirs? Live in luxury at my expense? I was furious, but I could not speak. I thought about Camila, who was in the other room. I am going to go out for a moment, I said. But they did not even listen to me. I left without even taking my purse. The night air was cold. I arrived at a park on a hill where I used to go and the tears began to fall. I cried in silence, feeling frustration and that I was being used. I could not even think about divorcing. Not with Camila. The words of my mom echoed in my head. Take care of Camila above all. And I cried again. Suddenly, someone approached. I got scared, but he spoke with a soft voice. 3 days later I invited my husband and my in-laws to a restaurant with private rooms. So you already came back. You withdrew the money, Elena, they said. I ignored them and handed him a document. It was a divorce request. Diego, I want the divorce. What? What is this? He entered in panic. My in-laws looked worried. I cannot continue like this. It is over, I said with firmness. You leave us alone because you have money. You became greedy, responded Diego. Since you heard about the inheritance. You changed. You quit your job. You plan to live with your parents without consulting me. You wanted to use my savings. Plan trips. Who changed here? I cannot continue with people like this. You cannot divorce just like that. They shouted. The half is Diego's, even the inheritance. They approached me. At that moment the door opened. It was Camila and the lawyer Sebastian. Dad, Grandpa, Grandma, you should know. The inheritance from Mom is not shared. Right, Mr. Sebastian? I am the lawyer Sebastian. The mother of Elena entrusted me with this matter, he said, bowing. The inheritance is not shared property. It is not divided. What? That cannot be, mumbled Diego. I was surprised by his reaction. They really believed that money was theirs. Then, all the more reason I do not divorce. I will stay with you no matter what, shouted Diego, desperate. Enough, intervened Camila with calm. Since Mom inherited, Dad no longer thinks about her. Grandpa and Grandma only want the money. They do not even take me into account. I no longer see them as family. They stayed in shock. Mom, I am with you. We are going to fight together. With those words I took my decision. Camila, it is not true. We want the best for you, they begged. Children should not get involved, they added. I am going with Mom, said Camila, firm. We have decided to leave, I said with calm. That enraged Diego. I never cheated on you. You cannot force me to divorce. I am going to get a lawyer. That money will be mine. I will take care of this, intervened Sebastian. There are sufficient reasons. He quit his job. He used money without consent, made unilateral decisions, and the minor expressed distress. Besides, your daughter has recordings where they pressure Elena for the inheritance. That is solid evidence. Whatever. Diego collapsed. My in-laws paled. A year later, thanks to Sebastian, the divorce was finalized. And we moved to my mom's house. Diego kept insisting, even appeared near Camila's school, so we requested a restraining order. After that, everything calmed down. They say they did build the duplex house, but my in-laws had to work in a factory and Diego ended up doing manual labor. According to the neighbors, their house is full of constant fights. Camila and I continue living in peace, supporting each other. Recently Camila said that she wants to study abroad in the country of my mom's birth. To close that chapter definitely, we decided to move using part of the inheritance. I am sure that my mom would be happy. And she is thriving in her new school and I found work as a teacher. I hope this tranquility lasts forever. Thank you for listening to today's story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. See you in the next story.